So welcome back to Rob and Elliott tonight. Just before the break, we had Lucy performing live, and I'm pleased to say she joins us in the studio along with her dad, the legendary James Peake. Guys, welcome to the studio. Good to see you as always, James. It's been a while, but good to see you in the studio at last.
And I'm still at it.
You're still at it?
Still at it after all these years.
How many years now?
I think it's, we had a big celebration there 5 years ago for the 25 years, so I think around about 30 years the band's been going, and then I was doing a wee bit of the cabaret and stuff before that, around all the clubs, you know. And
we know you for touring up and down Ireland, the whole of Europe. You've been, so I mean, have you retired from the touring now?
More or less, just we do what suits us now, you know. Years ago we had to do it, you know. Don't get me wrong, we still need the money. I haven't got the millions you have. I'm not saying, not up to your standard yet, but no, we really did have to do it then, you know what I mean, to get a living. But now me and this young lady here, we're able to make a few quid locally. Yeah. And then, as I say, you know, we've got this new venture now. But yes, I enjoyed it when I was younger. Once you hit the 50 mark, then it becomes really a real chore, you know, to travel. But we do what suits us now, you know, and make a few quid, sure, that's the bills paid, that's what's all.
Talk about that in a second, but one of your first big gigs was with the legendary Jerry Lee Lewis, wasn't it?
That's correct.
How did that happen?
Very lucky. We were lucky enough to be headhunted by an agency, Michael McGill Entertainments. Yeah. I'm sure you've heard of Mickey. And Mickey really started us off big time in the music business, and his son Mihal. Mm-hmm. So Michael McGill Entertainments were very, very good in the way that they got you the real good gigs, you know, the very nostalgic gigs. And one of them, for some reason, Jerry Lee Lewis was playing a place called the Crown nightclub, the Crown Hall in Warren Point, and that's where Mickey comes from. And the big fella, big turkey Boylan, a big fella called Morris Boylan, who run the venue, and Mickey had went to him and said, "Listen, we've got the perfect support for Jerry Lee Lewis for the gig." So he put our band on, and that really started our career. And what did start it big time was Jerry Lee Lewis was to, God rest his soul, was to do something like an hour and a half programme, and he only done an hour. Right, yeah. And the place was packed, and they were all going, where is he? Is he not coming back on? So we were finished our bit because we'd supported Jerry Lee Lewis and his band, and most of our band were hanging about because they wanted to see the legend himself. Yeah, of course, yeah. So that's why we were still hanging about. Yeah. So Mickey McGill was running about, and Morris Boylan, quick, get the band back on stage. We need them back on stage. So I think what really helped us in our career, I jumped on Jerry Lee's piano. Yeah. And I started, da-da-da-da, you shake my nails, and I done. Oh, wow. And that was it then. That gave us, it was in the papers, and it was brilliant night. And that's what started us off, you know, so.
Lucy, were you always destined to join your dad in the business? Were you singing from a young age then? Yeah, from very young. I always used to love performing in the house. And my sister as well, she would play the guitar and I would have the microphone and sing. And but I never really thought I was gonna actually sing in front of an audience before. Yeah. And over the lockdown then, my daddy had said to me, well, you come on, sing a few songs and see how you feel about it. And I was nervous, but I don't think I was as nervous because it was in front of an iPad. Yeah, yeah. And when I started singing, I just felt so comfortable. I just felt like this is what I'm supposed to do. Yeah. And it was brilliant. And especially sitting beside Daddy, it gave me loads of confidence because I knew he was there. Exactly. And he was supporting me as well. And your song choices are great. I mean, the Carpenters, Fleetwood Mac, things like that. Absolute classic tunes. Mm-hmm. I enjoy it. I love all that sort of music as well. Well, you and Mummy have brought us up with
we brought them up with that from that size. Yeah. And she was performing, jumping on top of the settee, and then she wouldn't let her sister have a song. She used to, right, it's my turn again. And so she was brought up on all that sort of music, the real good, what I call good music. She still listens. You were at Sam Fender the other night.
Yes, Sam Fender.
And who else? And Harry Styles in Slaying. But she was lucky enough, as I say, because in the lockdown, Robin, we put a wee Facebook show together every Thursday night. After, we used to go out and applaud the NHS. And then everybody knew that was the time for us to come on straight afterwards. So we done a wee show from the house. And I was starting myself, and then I said, Lucy, did you fancy? No. And then her mummy talked her around.
Yeah.
Go on, sure, there's nobody watching you, you know?
Yeah.
So she came in and she sang one wee song, and she wouldn't even sing unless I was beside her. So as it progressed, she could go in and handle it herself.
Brilliant, yeah.
She knew how to which knobs to and sliders and the reverb and all. So we could just leave her with. So then when I was coming back out on the road, doing a bit then with the band, it was easy for her. She just, I'll go. So she's the boss now.
Tell us about the big gig coming up in July in Letterkenny.
So we've done 5 sellout shows so far.
Wow, brilliant, yeah.
So we decided, because we're friends with, we do a few shows every year for Letterkenny, the Mount Errigal Hotel. Yeah. The McNiffs, Terry and Connor and the family. So I'd been up one time and said, would you be interested in putting this show on? And he says, absolutely. So it's the 21st of July.
Okay.
And the 22nd of... Now, we're doing the show on the 21st, and they're doing a package thing. So already there's people, it's booking up really well. But we can't wait, because this will be the biggest show we've done so far. Yeah. Because it's a big, massive stage. It holds 1,000 people.
Oh, yeah.
I hope we get 1,000 people. You may come out, folks, that we need to get paid and pay the bills. We're looking forward to it up in Letterkenny. It's a wee weekend away.
Yeah.
And if anybody is interested, they just contact the hotel. You know, you can pay at the door.
Yeah.
Plus you can have a weekend as well. But we're looking forward to it. And as I say, once again, it's not for me.
Yeah.
It's for this wee lady here, Lucy.
Brilliant.
She's learning the ropes, and that's it. We want to get her into that sort of thing.
You're a proud daddy.
I'm very proud of her. I am. She's a great girl, and she's great too, because she's out with me on the road now, and it takes half of the show.
Yeah. So
it saves my voice, and also she knows how to. Sometimes I go to the loo after the gig, and I get back, and just everything else. She knows it all inside out now.
We've heard you perform, Lucy. We have to hear one from you now.
Okay, you sure now? That's cold I have.
Go on.
I'll try my best for you.
What are you going to do for us?
I'll try a Tom Jones song, obviously, and this one's one of my favourite, I'll Never Fall in Love Again.
Oh, brilliant song.
Lovely song. I hope I do it justice.
Thank you so much for coming in. Good to see you.
Thanks, Robin. Thanks for having us. Thank you.